Good Friday morning, everybody. I am meteorologist Johnny Lively. Not too much going on radar over there in southwest Louisiana, but here in southeast Texas, we've had a couple of showers. We're starting to see some heavier downpours just north of Liberty. And then over there in southwest Louisiana, not much going on, but just south of Franklin, we are seeing some showers really kind of sit just along the coastline over there in Louisiana. And this is thanks to our sponsor of Neutron Electrical Services and HB Neal Construction. Looking at the satellite and radar, thanks to Dana Simmons Real Estate, it has been somewhat active overnight. Early this morning, all of that pushed off into the offshore, but now we're starting to see a new area just north of Liberty County. That is starting to show that we still have some moisture in place, and we should continue to see some scattered showers and storms throughout the day today, and it more likely will be into the afternoon and evening time hours. Here's the temperatures across the United States, thanks to Due to Good Credit Union. Salt Lake City at 67. Wichita is over there at 68. But over here in San Antonio, Houston, and Brownsville, and New Orleans, we are already off to a warm start. Houston at 84 degrees, New Orleans at 80 degrees. Here in Beaumont, we're at 72. Down towards the coast, we're in the upper 70s to low 80s. And Huntsville's already off to a warm start at 75, and so is Conroe as well too, and Lake Charles at 74. Here's our future cast for today. So we're starting to see some of those showers. It should pick up a little bit this afternoon, getting closer to the evening time. We're sticking with 40% coverage, but it is looking that Saturday continues to be our most active day, likely 60 to 70% coverage across the region. You can see a big round push through Saturday afternoon, getting into the evening time hours. And then Sunday, we've got that boundary that's going to be pushing offshore, so we could possibly still see some lingering showers here into our region. So here's the next couple of days. Today, we're seeing that boundary get into our region. Saturday will be right over southeast Texas, southwest Louisiana. This gives us really good rain coverage on Saturday. And then by Sunday, we see that boundary start pushing offshore. A little bit more of the drier air content will come in here, but I still think we're going to get some lingering showers, possibly some lingering storms on Sunday. But that coverage should drop off to a 20 to 30% instead of being 60 to 70% like we'll see on Saturday. Today, the high temperatures here in Beaumont will be into the low 90s, 93 in Beaumont. Slide further west, depending on the cloud cover and how much rain, they could get into the mid 90s, possibly upper 90s. I think Spring, Conroe, and Huntsville, that 99, 98, that could be a little bit too warm, too hot there, but we'll see. Depending on cloud cover and rain, it could keep them into the low to mid 90s. Over there in Lake Charles, over here in southwest Louisiana, this makes a lot more sense into the low 90s to upper 80s, thanks to all the cloud cover in rain. Heat index should be anywhere from 100 to 105 degrees. Low temperatures tonight up in the Lakes region will be into the mid 70s. Further west into Houston and Spring will be 80 degrees. And here in Beaumont locally will be at 76 overnight tonight into tomorrow morning. And down towards the coast, you will be warm into the low to mid 80s. Tropics, it remains quiet, just a lot of dry air. We're starting to see some of that wind shear die down. But the biggest thing that we're seeing is all that dry air, and you can see that here, the orange and the red all across the tropical Atlantic, getting into the Caribbean. This is keeping everything at bay. So until all of this changes, tropics remain quiet. And today is August 1st. We are getting into peak hurricane season. Really, peak season is mid to late August, especially into September. So we're slowly getting to the peak months, but uh, right now we'll take it day by day. And right now, not much going on. So that's really good. And it's all because of this right here. Lots of Saharan dust. This is dry, stable air. Tropics just don't like this. Until this goes away, it's going to be pretty quiet in the tropical department across the tropical Atlantic, Caribbean, and even here into the Gulf. Next couple of days, pretty active this afternoon. This evening, we should have 40% coverage. Tomorrow and Saturday really looks like our heaviest round because that boundary pushes in. On Sunday, we've got some lingering showers. Next week, it looks like we'll dry out a little bit, but we still have those summer like storms keeping that 10 to 20% coverage. Southwest Louisiana, same thing today. We're going to be active today, this afternoon, especially on Saturday. That boundary pushes offshore on Sunday, giving us some lingering showers. And the next week, not too active, but it does look like Southwest Louisiana could get some moisture, a little bit better energy in that area. Tuesday could get better coverage versus Southeast Texas. So 40% coverage expected in Southwest Louisiana on Tuesday. This is not bad temperature department for August 1st. Typically, we get into the low to mid 90s. And thanks to the cloud cover, we look to stick into the low 90s, 91, 92 degrees. Not too bad for August. So you guys have a wonderful Friday. I will see you guys again on Saturday morning. We'll have more updates throughout the day, especially if radar gets active later on this afternoon into the evening time hours. But y'all have a good Friday and also have a good weekend. Thanks for tuning in to Gulf Coast Weather Solutions.